All right, my final update is kind of a juicy one. I'll try not to go into too much detail, but it's so cool. That
I haven't heard all the details yet, so I'm like, bring it on.
I went to the Jane Austen Festival in Bath. I had for a long time known that this was a festival, that this existed, that there was this ball you could go to where you dress up like an Austen time character and you go. I knew that was a thing, but it wasn't until last year that some of my friends went. Sana, who we've had on the podcast, Sana of Books and Quills, who has her own really cool dystopian podcast. We'll link to that down in the description. But she went last year. And she had the best time ever. And that, like, I saw all these photos and suddenly it was like, one of my friends has gone. Now it felt like a real thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go to that. And then I thought to myself, it's in September. I could treat that. This is going to be my 30th birthday trip. So this was kind of my, like, big gift to myself, was coordinating and organizing this big trip. And so I invited two of my best friends, who we've both had on the podcast, Lena Norms and Claire Fenby. I had them, the three of us went to an Airbnb in Bath for the Jane Austen Festival. And this was one of the most special weekends of my life. I had the best time. Like, I look back on it, I'm like, this was a dream. This was a dream. Actually, to go back to your question from before, Aileen, have I noticed anything different about not wearing glasses? I touch my face more. I'm more dramatic. I didn't realize I wanted to do so much more drama with my face that I couldn't do
physical comedy now.
I have a lot more physical comedies going on over here. Right, so we showed up on the Friday. I flew in on the Thursday night. The Friday is when we got to Bath, and we were there until Monday. So it was kind of like a very long weekend, 4-day weekend kind of a thing. And really, there was two main events for the Jane Austen Festival. There's a lot of other cool stuff going on throughout the week, like lectures, which I wish I could have gone to, and concerts and stuff like that. But they all sell out so quickly. I really think that the festival has grown a lot in the last few years, but the actual festival hasn't matched that growth incredibly well. And so I think they need to offer like the same lecture like 3 times throughout the week kind of a thing, because they just sell out so fast. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on that I didn't get to participate in. Even getting the tickets for this thing was insane.
Like Taylor Swift.
Genuinely, like, I think they sold out in 6 minutes, and I was the one that had to get the tickets for me, Claire, and Lena, and if I didn't get them, none of us could go. It was so stressful. And I did buy them, and it all worked out, but then, like, literally, like, as I refreshed, it said sold out, and I was like, if I hadn't have been here in this like the minute that they went up,
you had to do that.
It was very incredibly stressful. But yeah, so there was 2 main events. So the first one was the promenade, which is a fancy word for a parade. And so this was really, really cool. This was like Saturday was the big show, right? Okay. So Saturday, 11 a.m. Over 1,000 people.
Wow.
Dressed in Regency.
That's so cool.
Show up to the park that's around a museum. And we all were there and ready. And then when it actually started, we were led through a big parade route, basically like a walking tour of Bath. I absolutely did not expect. The streets were lined. I think that people go to Bath on that weekend to see us all
it would be a great parade. Like, literally, that would be an interesting thing to see.
It would be a really cool thing to see. And I was like, objectively, like, if that was happening in Halifax, I would go. I would go and see that. Like, that's so cool. So we were over 1,000 people dressed in Regency. And so you got to, like, if you were standing to watch the parade, you get to see so many different outfits and like costumes and takes, and like, oh, that's a fancy lady, and that's a guy dressed in like fancy attire or dressed in military attire or whatever. It was so fun. But also it was just a really cool opportunity to get to see Bath in a way I would never get to see Bath, because streets are not pedestrianized. And so I got to walk where the main thoroughfares are, where cars would be. And I got just a beautiful walking tour of Bath in my beautiful outfit. It was great.
That's lovely.
It was awesome. And then in the evening was the ball. The Netherfield Ball. Oh my God. First of all, it was so much fun to get ready for the ball with my friends. And it actually really felt like a Jane Austen movie where we were all running around like, where can someone help me button up my dress? Okay, wait, my pins are falling out. Can someone put the pearl pins back in my hair? What are you wearing? Are you gonna do makeup? No, like questions like that. And like just, we were playing a lot of music, like pop music, and it just felt kind of Marie Antoinette in that way, where it was, you know, the scene where she's getting ready and it's like period costume, but they're playing fun modern music. There's kind of that kind of vibe going on. So that was just really cute. It's always just cute to get ready for a night out with friends.
Totally.
But then this had the addition of, we're getting ready Regency style.
Yeah, something you just don't do ever.
No, it was so awesome. And then we walked over to the ball, and we also were meeting up with our other friends, Sana, Pip, Lucy, and Lex. So the 7 of us were there as a group, which was beautiful because like it's so fun to hang out with a big group at an event like that where you have lots of people to talk to that you know.
Yeah.
And then the ball began. And let me tell you, I was terrified about this ball situation because I'm not good at choreography. My brain is good at many things. Choreography is not one of those things. Like if you tell me like 5, 6, 7, 8, do this, down, over, up, around, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know.
I don't think I can.
My brain like just doesn't remember the steps in that right way, and I don't think I have like the best body-mind connection because I just feel like I'm flailing around. Yeah. Anyways, I was very nervous about it. It ended up being so much fun. There's 2 things that made it fun. One, there was an instructor there who led the entire ball. So she was like, all right, everyone, the next dance we're going to be doing is the dance of the feathers. And everyone's stand in groups of 4. Stand in groups of 4. Yes, everyone at the end there, groups of 4. You know what I mean? And like at that pace. And so it was very easy to follow and clearly designed for beginners. Yeah. So that was great. But then the other thing was, dancing in the period is very unlike dancing now. Yeah. It's more of just walking. It's more like a pattern. It's like, okay, now walk forward 2 steps, walk backward 2 steps, grab hold to the person next to you, arms up, people walk under you, hands down, now walk 2 steps to the... It's just walking around in an elaborate pattern. Yeah. And so you're not worried about your body. You're not really worried about looking a certain way or about doing something fancy or about being able to move your body. It's just really about like stepping over here and walking around and learning a pattern. And the patterns are so fun.
Oh, that's good.
It's like so much fun. And once you figure it out and you can, and like they start to speed the music up a little bit and then you start to do the pattern over and over. Oh, it's so satisfying.
I was going to say it probably like scratches an itch in your brain to be like, oh, this, like everyone's in sync.
Yes,
and
we're all in sync.
What's cool about it too is that like you're not like performing to an audience. You're like, everyone is dancing.
Yes.
You know,
exactly.
It's a little bit of a different vibe.
Actually, you know what? That is a huge part of it. I never thought about that, but you're totally right. I think a lot of what I think about when I think about running, what I think about when I think about dancing is like you're performing and people are watching your body and they're like, and a lot of dancing, I know that this is awkward, but a lot of dancing is like sexy, right? Where it's like you're trying to look cool.
Yeah. Totally.
Or you're trying to look attractive. And I'm like, I cannot do that. Like my body can't do that. You're right. This was not a show.
Yeah.
This was just everyone's doing it together. Everyone's doing it together. And very few people are sitting. And the people that are sitting are just because like they're tired right now, right? So like everyone is participating and you kind of lose that this isn't a show. So this is just we're doing it.
That sounds fun.
Had so much fun. It was such a memorable time. It was such a beautiful time. And like in large part because I was with my friends. Like I love those people all so much. And it was just, we had so many great memories, so many great moments. I loved my dress.
You looked so cute. You sent me photos and I was like, I didn't even know that you were going to this. And like somehow we just skipped over that. And so suddenly you send me these photos and I was like, what is happening? She looks so beautiful. Like, what is this?
Thank you. I really felt like I was in the movies. Like, I felt like I was in... And that was another really cool part of the ball where I didn't even realize that, like, such a spell had been cast over all of us until I went to the bathroom. Partway through, I went to the washroom and I opened the door to the washroom and then I'm just, like, looking at a modern washroom. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot that I live in 2024.
Damn.
And I like quickly went to the washroom, washed my hands, put my beautiful white gloves
Yeah,
back on,
take me back.
and walked back into the ballroom. And I was like, oh, good, the spell is back.
That's nice.
Because I think it's really cool, actually, that they don't let people in unless you're dressed Regency.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Which
Because it breaks the
obviously-
spell. It would totally break the spell.
Exactly. It's obviously a barrier to entry, but it works so well for the event. And
And then
you know
everyone
that
is
you're
committed to it too. You know that everybody who's
Exactly.
there with you is really with
Is
you.
committed
which
to
is
the
nice.
bit.
Yeah.
Totally. We're all doing it. We're all wearing the dresses. We're all wearing the shoes. We're all wearing our hair up. And we're all wearing less makeup than we usually do. And we're all a little self-conscious about it. But you're like, they didn't have eyeliner then.
Yeah, you can't wear eyeliner. That'd just be wrong.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And I also got some books. And so I thought I would haul those now because I don't know when else they're going to fit in our episodes, but I'll be quick about it. I was gifted some beautiful things from my beautiful friends.
Aw.
So Claire gave me 2 things. The first one is this gorgeous copy of Sense and Sensibility,
Aw.
which we always joke. We have a long-running joke that she's Marianne and I'm Eleanor. And so her giving me this book was really special, and I really loved this
So
edition of it. So that was really lovely. And the other one was this specific edition of Lady Susan that I really have been coveting. And so when we were in bookshops, we were like, let's find it in a bookshop and grab it. So I got this, and I'm very excited about that. And then Lena gave me this Jane Austen tarot deck.
Whoa.
I know,
That's
which is
awesome.
so cute. And it's like it's got like the actual playing cards, but then some of them are also
Oh.
tarot cards.
Oh,
so
that's
it's kind of
cool.
a combo deck.
Nice.
And this was fun. We played with this on one of the nights, which was really cute.